So I know I've talked about so many different categories of clothes on my channel, but this is hands down the most worn category in my closet, and it's loungewear, or pretty much anything that I can turn into loungewear. So you can't really see, but I pulled out almost every piece of loungewear that I have in my closet, and I'm going to talk about some of my favorite brands, some recently discovered ones, some tried and true brands, pajamas, sweatpants, just very comfy clothes that I can wear in my house, and some of them I can wear outside of my house. So let's get started. So the first brand that I want to talk about is Nap Loungewear, and this portion of the video is sponsored by them. And to be honest, I didn't know about them until they reached out for this video, and when I tell you that I am so glad that I was introduced to this brand, if you go on their website, you'll see what I'm talking about. Like, if you know the style of clothes, very simple, like modern, elevated, cozy basics that you can dress up and down, like if you know the vibe that I love, you'll see why I went on this website and I wanted to add everything to my cart. So Nap is a high-grade loungewear brand inspired by classic tailoring, which I love, from a feminine perspective, which I also love. And you guys will see. Okay, let me show you the first piece. I can't wear coats because it's just too hot here year round. We don't really experience like a winter season. But I like to keep 2 or 3 classic, neutral, oversized, chunky coats in my collection that are very timeless for whenever I travel to a colder place. This is just that good in between where it's really comfy. Like, I can throw a sweatsuit under this and I'm gonna be so comfortable, but I'm still going to look very chic and elevated because it does look like a structured coat despite it being so like movable and just very, very comfy. And the size and length is perfect. I'm taller, I'm 5'8", and I've been very into this color. It's like a bone kind of color. So yeah, their coat collection is probably the first thing that I noticed and like stood out because they're just so beautiful. They're very modern and minimal, and that's just really up my alley. You can throw this on pretty much anything. And the second piece that I picked out from them are these pants. They're just ribbed, very comfortable pants. The length is perfect. Usually everything like this is too short on me. I have such a hard time finding something like this. So for sizing, I will say that look at their size chart. Their measurements are very accurate, but I did have to get this in an extra large. I usually get a large or a medium for these kinds of bottoms, and this is an extra large, and it fits me how a medium or a large would fit me in these kinds of bottoms. So as long as you go by the measurements on the size chart, you should be fine. So after filming the talking portion of this video, I did receive a couple more pieces from Nap that I wanted to include. I got the matching top to this ribbed set, and I think that this is probably the most chic lounge set that I own. I feel comfortable walking around in this. I recently took the black set to New York, and I got off the plane and I just threw like a jacket over, and I felt very put together. Usually I travel in sweats and I take it off because I don't feel as presentable in them. I don't feel like my outfit looks as great, but with these I didn't have that problem. So I also got the set in this color, and I think that it looks really good with the coat that I talked about as well. But yeah, the length of this top is also something that I really love because I do have a long torso and things don't usually sit like below my butt, so I do appreciate that. And the last piece that I got from Nap is this dress. And guys, when I tell you that this is the most comfortable material that I have ever felt and I have ever put on my body in my life, I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not saying that because this video is sponsored. I promise you, like, you have to feel this. It's the most comfortable thing ever. So yeah, obviously you can just throw a belt, cinch it, dress it up, but I will definitely be lounging in this until further notice because it's honestly more comfortable than any other loungewear that I own. So yeah, I'm really impressed by them. Very, very glad I was introduced to them, and will definitely purchase more pieces with my own money in the near future. So I'll put all of the information about NAP down in the description, and I'll also put links to their website and to these pieces that I picked out down in the description, so be sure to check that out. Next up, I have the brand LESET, and if you guys have been here for a while, you know that I have worn these pants to death. They have seen better days, but I still feel like they have held up very well for the amount of use and washes and abuse that I have given this. Still wear it like crazy, and I just love it so much. That's one of the reasons why I was looking for a ribbed version, which I got from NAP, because this style of pant, I just know that I get so much wear out of. Cinches me at the waist. It doesn't cling onto anything. It just drapes over my body, and I think that it's incredibly flattering. I can pair this with pretty much any top and it looks good. So yeah, hopefully they brought these back. The last couple of times that I tried linking it for you guys, I don't think they had it available. I'll try to find them, but the ones that I got from NAP are very similar. They're just ribbed. Next, I have BANDIER, which I love their athleisure. They're mostly an athleisure brand, but they also make comfy pieces and like loungewear. And they have a line called LETT. I wear this cardigan with everything. I think it's the perfect length. It's kind of hard to find like a boxy cardigan that sort of sits a little higher in the front than it does in the back, and it tucks in so perfectly into high-waisted pants. So everything that I've tried from BANDIER, I've tried their athleisure as well, is just very, very good quality, and this is no exception. So it's one of those that the cut is just perfect if you like high-waisted pants. JOAH Brown, I've talked about them so many times in the past. I love them. They're very feminine. A lot of their pieces are fitted. I have just worn this style of top in particular so much. I also have it in white. I wear a lot of masculine pieces in my bottom half a lot of the times, so I like to balance it out with something a little bit more fitted or feminine on the top. That's one of like my go-to loungy looks. And I think that JOAH Brown just makes the most beautiful like fitted ribbed pieces. Pricey, but I'm telling you, I have worn this to death, washed it to death, and it's holding up very nicely. I also have it in white. SUNDARBAY, one of my favorite brands for elevated basics in general, but they also have pieces that I wear to lounge around the house. So one of my favorite bottoms that they make, there's so many that I love, but one of my favorite ones is this style of sweatpant, and I have the matching top. It's just like a very thick waistband, sits very beautifully on the waist, and then it kind of balloons out. The only thing I will say is that the color of this has faded a little bit, but it still looks good in my opinion. So I got the brown one. Honestly, I want to get like every color, and the ones that I'm wearing right now, which you can't really see but I'll show you, are also from SUNDARBAY. They have a slit on the side. I talked about these in the video that I made on my elevated basics, which I'll link down below, but these are probably my favorite sweatpants ever. I can't remember if I altered the ones that I'm wearing, but these 100% I had to alter. They were super long, even for me. I've mentioned before that I prefer when brands make long pieces because tall people have the option of hemming, as opposed to if something's too short, taller people cannot do anything about it. So it just caters to more people, you know. And since I talked about the bottoms that I'm wearing, I wanted to also talk about the top. This one is from LETT, and they have very beautiful lounge pieces as well. So yeah, this is just one of those pieces that, yes, it's loungy, but it makes everything that you pair with it look very put together. So I love balancing very casual bottoms with this top, but obviously I can dress this top up because it already looks like a dressy top, but it's so comfortable. So this brand is called Sleeper, and I also have the matching sweatshirt for this. And these just look like boxer shorts. They're the perfect length for me. I hate it when sweat shorts are too short, okay? I have a long torso. My waist sits high. I like things to sit on my waist, but also be able to cover my cheeks. And it's surprisingly hard to find. And even if I find something that fits well in the beginning. Once I wash it, sometimes I don't even dry it and it still shrinks. I really appreciate the length of these shorts and the material that they used. So far, it hasn't shrunk on me. It has a back pocket. Next up, I have PANGAIA. I think that's how you pronounce it. I should know by now because I've been talking about this brand forever. They have a lot of sweatsuits and like loungy pieces, and I love these long sleeve t-shirts. These are actually mediums, and I think they're unisex size, so just keep that in mind. Like, it runs big. It runs like men's sizing. So I like the oversized fit, and these are definitely the kind of shirts that do not shrink easily. Like, the material is so good. This one looked just like this one, but I got bleach on the bottom half because I decided to clean while wearing this, and I ruined the bottom half, so I cropped it. I don't recommend cropping a shirt that is this expensive, but if you ruin it, then you have an excuse, right? So, and I actually really love the way that it looks cropped. I wear it with what I'm wearing right now, actually, with these bottoms. So yeah, the quality is there 100%. They're a sustainable brand, and the materials that they use are just really good. Another brand that I have talked about time and time again is Cozy Earth. They make their pieces out of this like stretchy bamboo fabric that has just changed the game for me in terms of pajamas and like really comfy loungewear. Super stretchy, very airy. It just feels amazing. This is my favorite lounge set in terms of how it feels. And I'm not crazy about joggers, but I really love these. I also have COSABELLA or COSABELLA, however you want to pronounce it. The length is perfect. The shirts are a little longer, and I like the designs because Cozy Earth doesn't have a lot of options. This brand does offer a lot of different like colorways and designs, and they come out with like different patterns for like seasons and stuff. So I just have the black on black, and I love this one. It has held up so well. Quality is just there. They're the kinds of pajamas that you're just gonna have forever, and you don't really have to replace them if you take good care of them. Next, I have SOMA. This is another brand that just makes really good pajamas that don't shrink, and I recently purchased this little lounge set actually for Christmas. That's why it's red, which I don't think I've ever shown anything red on my channel, but yeah, I got this for Christmas. But they also have other colors, and just everything that I've tried from them is so soft and just fits so nicely. I really like sleeping with their little cami and short sets because the camis have integrated bras, and that's just like my favorite thing ever to sleep in. Next, I have ENAVANT, and this is actually an athleisure brand. They make very elevated, unique athleisure, but this is a lounge set. They do offer a couple of lounge pieces, and again, like, quality is there, and this is definitely something that, yes, I can wear it around my house, but I could also step out and still feel super elevated wearing this. So I just love how like sophisticated and chic this set is. This top, it's kind of hard for you to see, but it's off the shoulder, and the cut is just very nice, and the pants are the perfect length, and they also fit very nicely like on the waist and everything, and they have pockets, which is obviously always a plus. This is the Range NYC. This is probably, in terms of design, my favorite loungewear set. Not the most comfortable, but definitely my favorite design. I don't know if you can tell, but this has like this little detail which clips. I love this ribbed material. It's a very thick material. The stitching on the band, I guess from stretching it, it didn't hold up. I can just get it restitched. Don't love that, but I do think that the actual ribbed material that they used is like thick and good quality. And I love the way that this sits on the body. This is Museum of Peace and Quiet, and they're not necessarily a loungewear brand, but they do have loungewear pieces. This has seen better days for sure. It is so worn. It has like stains. It is very worn in, but personally, I love when my sweatsuits look very worn in. Like, the fabric gets a little softer. It sits nicer on the body. It just, it looks loved, and I love that. That is the point of loungewear. So yeah, despite like the coloring and stuff and it fading a little bit, the fabric is still like perfectly intact. It's not one of those like super uncomfortable feeling kinds of sweatsuits. This is just comfortable. That's why I wear it so much. And yeah, I love everything from Museum of Peace and Quiet. They have like homeware, they have little knickknacks, they have like streetwear stuff. They have so many like cool basics. So this is just a plain cropped long sleeve, obviously, again, something that I can wear with anything that's like high-waisted and like loungy. I could also dress this up. So yeah, Studio Sunday. I like how it's not like a fitted cropped. It kind of looks like what I achieved when I cropped my top from PANGAIA, but they actually make it cropped here. So, and I love the length of the sleeves. I don't know if you can tell, but they're super long. EVERLANE obviously has a ton of basics, but they also have a ton of loungy pieces. And my favorite thing like lately are their leggings. I have these leggings and for some reason I just really like the fit of them and the material. So these are their Renew leggings. I think that I'll link everything down below, but I mean, they're just leggings, you know, but there's something about the way that this hugs my body that I like more than other like regular cotton leggings that I have. And even though they're not cotton leggings, they're like recycled nylon, they don't look like super athletic leggings, if that makes any sense. The thinness is good for layering, but if you want to wear this by itself and you live in a cold climate, obviously not going to be very good for that. But I really like the way that these fit my body. Next, I have ARITZIA. So I was in the market for a zip-up hoodie forever. This is their Airy Boyfriend zip-up hoodie. And the length is perfect. The design is perfect. It's black on black. For some reason, every brand wanted to throw a white zipper on a black sweater. And I don't get it. I just wanted black on black. Love this one. There are certain things that aren't like amazing quality, but there are other things that I have just worn so much and they have held up very well. So it can be hit or miss with ARITZIA, but I do like their like comfy pieces. The last brand that I wanted to mention is Colorful Standard, and they have pretty much every color of sweatsuit. And again, like this quality is just that fabric that you know it can take a beating. It can take a lot of washes, it can take a lot of drying, it can take everything. Like it's just gonna look better with time, which I love. I don't know if they have other loungewear, but I know they're like known for having every color of like sweatsuit. I think they also have like shirts and stuff and just regular basics, but love this. So that is it for this video. Again, I'll put all of the information about Nap Loungewear as well as links where you can shop to everything down in the description, so be sure to check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.